Hey there, Wargamers, Justin our Page here, and today, boom, I want to talk about some commission work I'm doing. I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, and for everyone, I encourage you to smash that like button like you're trying to hit the alpha strike, like you're trying to unload all your lasers and LRMs, you're trying to fire everything into finishing up the opposing mech. Let's take that energy and help grow the channel. That said, today I want to talk about some commission work I'm doing and kind of give you a hobby update, mostly just to talk about what I'm working on because I'm kind of excited about it. I don't do commissions often, and Mr. Matt Carper, from YouTube and Facebook. He's on my Facebook friends list now. Sometimes I accept you guys when you add me. He talked to me for a while about doing commissions, and long story short, I have agreed to do one for him, and we're going to get into the minis I'm working on today. And the caveat is, we went back and forth quite a bit explaining kind of how I am, my reservations on commissions, pricing, my experiences doing it, because I was a full-time commission artist for quite a long time. I don't do it full-time anymore, and I barely take projects now. I even took my website offline because people didn't want to pay for it, or for the minis, and that's fine. So I do other things. But occasionally someone comes along who's super chill, understands my anxiety, my fears, and my depression, stuff like that, and they feel like someone I can work with, and I gave Matt a shot, and he's been really chill so far. We'll see how the rest of the commission progresses and how he responds to the minis being delivered. That'll kind of dictate if I do more work with him, because things have to be real low key and low stress, because I can't handle the pressure anymore. It makes me, it takes away the fun from the painting, and I need a real low key, chill client to work with. And I've only got a couple I still do stuff with, so occasionally I'll pick up that work. So if you see the things I do and you're interested in having commission stuff done, there are opportunities. I may have some openings, but understand that like I charge what I charge, and if you don't want to pay that, cool. But I'm not going to charge less. My time is valuable, and if it's going to be stressful or you're going to be super demanding, I might not be the commission artist for you. I look at this as kind of art, and I'm sharing a piece of you or me with you. Obviously, you're paying for that, and the more chill you are, the more likely you are to get extra work from me or get better pricing. So. And if you're not here for commissions, you just want to see what I'm working on, check it out. Because we're getting ready to check out the archers I'm working on for Mr. Carper now. I would like to try and use these in a battle report before I ship them off to him, but I don't know if that's going to be in the cards, if I'm going to be able to. One of them is a Wolf's Dragoon, and I have Dragoons, so I could totally edge him in to make it semi-thematic. And the other one's a Kell Hound, and John plays Kell Hound, so it would be really cool if he played it with the model I painted in a battle report to immortalize him before he gets shipped off. So we'll see if that happens. But first up, let's check out the Kell Hound I'm working on for Mr. Carper as a little bit of an update. And I'm pretty happy with how this is coming along so far. I have the reference image. This particular one is Morgan Kell. I've got the Sarna image as my reference. The blue's not exactly like the Sarna, but Mr. Carper has given me some opportunities to have some artistic leeway. What's left to do on him, other than the obvious things that are missing, like the jeweling here and some small details, I need to do the yellow pinstriping. But otherwise, we've got the decal work, we've got the one, we've got the Wolf's Dragoon symbol, like the Sarna shows from Morgan Kell, or not Morgan Kell, sorry, Jaime Wolf. My God, Kellhound players and Wolf players are just like wringing my neck right now, but I'm not going to edit it out because it's funny. You can issue your batch hauls all you want. I'm doing what I do and having a good time. And we did some little hazard stripes down here. The number and the hazard stripe decals are from Death Ray Designs. So yeah, I might come in and do a little bit more work on the rocket pods. The problem I had when I was telling Mr. Carper about it is it's hard for me to get in with the paintbrush. I've done a lot of detail work before, and obviously you've seen, hopefully, the video with my bust that I showed off in the Hobby Fear video. And I can do stuff, but this is really hard to get in because the dimples aren't super deep, so it's really hard to get the brush in. So normally, a side tangent here, when I'm painting, I don't have a paintbrush here to show you. We're going to use the back of this blade. So if I'm painting, you can like hand paint a line, so like dab and pull. But if you're doing an edge highlight, one of the things you can do is take the back of the brush and like do like this, right? And it'll pull some paint from the back edge, and you can get a nice crisp line if your edge is very sharp, and you can do that. So with the rocket pods, if they were kind of deep like this, I could take the tip of my paintbrush, and instead of trying to draw like tip on, I could take the side and kind of just like scrape like this, and it would leave a line right here. That's the way I would do that. But with these being so small and shallow, it's really hard to get in. Actually, these aren't as bad, but the other one, which you'll see, is not particularly easy. It's hard to get in there and get some of them. So it's deceptive, but they're not deep and they're small, and there's so many of them, and it's really easy to mess up. So like, I might do a little bit of edge work on the sides, but I don't know if I'll be able to hit every one. My thought process is if I can't make those look super perfect, as long as the rest of them all looks really good, hopefully the eye's kind of drawn here and not like looking at the rocket pod. So we'll see. But here we are with this guy. I really like how matte he's turned out. Like I like the edge highlights. I like the transition from the dark blue to the light blue as we fade here. You can see when you rotate like dark to light, and as you rotate here, it gets like light up here. So I really like that, and I think it looks really good. Once we get to the cockpit, I'll have some red fade jeweling, and then I'll touch up the edge highlights. I didn't finish edge highlighting around the cockpit yet because I knew I would probably screw up with the jeweling, and I would touch it. So I'll do the jeweling, and then I'll come in and re-blue anything I mess up, and then do the edge highlights. Obviously, we still have to do his little lasers and stuff as well, and the basing, but not too shabby. I'm really liking them, and as you can see, he would fit right in with some battle ports because I have a bunch of Wolf's Dragoons. They're not this galaxy or company or whatever the hell it is for them. The Wolf's Dragoons are clanners or inner sphere guys, right? Sort of, whatever they want when they want. So yeah, I could do that in a battle port and it would be kind of cool. But that said, the other arch we're working on is Morgan Kell. And I'm a sucker for red, man. Red on mechs. This blue looks good. And as a former Ultramarines player back in the day, blue and gold or blue and yellow has a special place in my heart. But man, does that red and black look good to me. We got the Kellhounds decal here. We've got the 17 from the Sarna photo. We got the Hazard stripes. We got everything going on. And you can see, like, I'm not super heavy-handed with paint, but like some of these rocket pods in here were just super shallow, so it was really hard to get in there. And I'm not sure what was going on with them. These aren't quite as bad. That model, the Jaime Wolf, his are much better, but it's also a different archer. So I don't know. This one was also pre-painted when I got it, so that might have been some of the issue with some of that not being as crisp anymore. I had to make adjustments. But yeah, we see a little bit of paint got chipped here. I'll fix that up. That happens sometimes on these edges because it protrudes and it gets rubbed off, so I'll have to fix it. Not the end of the world. Still got to base it. Still got to do his canopy. So we'll do some edge highlight. Or excuse me, I'll do the green transition. I think Jaime Wolf's going to have red, I think. And I think Mr. Kell here is going to have green canopy. We'll do the canopy jeweling, and then I'll touch up the kind of canopy edges, and then we'll edge highlight, and then we'll start doing the other details like his little lasers and his basing. But he is moving right along as well, and I really, again, I like the matte look of it. Like you don't see any sheen, and that transition from like dark red to light red, I really like. And it is a super cool mini, and it's been a lot of fun. Almost wants to make me paint a different company of Wolf's Dragoons in this scheme with the blue, and that makes me want to paint some of these. Like, this gets me motivated, and I kind of have a process. And one of the things that's cool is I can actually show some examples here of things that I do differently. So this is contrast or speed paint. This is pro acrylic. This red is much more on the orange side, not quite as vibrant. This is more probably on the maroon or kind of maybe faded or something red. A little different, but same kind of concept. You can see how the speed paint for black and the edge highlights is much more drastic in here. This is much more subtle, and that's the difference. This looks good, I think, for the speed. This is if you're spending your time and going, wanting to actually have more of a display kind of quality. This is good. This is good. Depends on what you're doing, right? So yeah. And I favor that red too. It's just, do you want the more orange red or do you want the more subdued red? I like this one. And then the same thing for over here. Actually, this is really good for a hobby update. You guys saw me do the Battlemaster, and then you can see using non-speed paints. I think that the Griffin looks better. I think if I had to do the Battlemaster again, it would look better because I am more comfortable with the process a little bit. But you can see, like, spend a bunch of time working on the blue, or speed paint. Get something that looks pretty good but fast, something that takes more time, and it's all kind of up to you. So being able to show the differences, I think, is good. But on that note, that is where I'm at with Mr. Matt Carper's commission stuff. If you guys are interested in having commission work done, got to be chill, we got to be a good fit, but I am open on a very limited basis to potentially picking up some projects if the client is right, if the project is right, and if we click. And Mr. Matt Carper, if you're listening to this, thank you. You've been super chill, and I hope when you get these that you enjoy them, and hopefully they bring some joy to you. Obviously, you're paying with them, and money makes me happy. true mercenary ways, everyone's got their price, right? If you pay me the coin, point me at the enemy, and that'll be my enemy. I don't know if the Wolf's Dragoons or the Kell Hounds are that mercenary-like, but it sounds funny. But yeah, I digress. I jest. I do hope that they bring some joy to you. I appreciate the work. And yeah, I'll be happy when they're done. And maybe there'll be some more projects we'll work on in the future. As always, though, if you guys have made it this far, thank you for hanging out. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And for everyone, smash the like button like you're hitting the Alpha Strike to blow up the enemies. Let's take that same energy and funnel it into the channel. Funnel it into your growing community. And speaking of that community, I hope that you guys will sign off in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on these mechs. Let me know if you're working on anything of your own. Let me know if you have your own experiences with commission painting, anything at all. I'd love to get that conversation going and engage with you guys. As always, you guys know, if I don't get off here, I will continue to ramble. Pew, pew, pew. It's what I do, but I'll force myself to get off of the video here now and let you guys go. As always, keep painting your models, keep rolling your dice, and I will catch you guys next time.